In this section, we're going to describe network models. So models are commonly used to take something complicated and break it up into smaller, more easy to understand chunks. In the networking world, we're going to reference two main models, the OSI model and the TCP/IP model. The OSI model is the more commonly used out of the two, and it is more granular in comparison to the TCP/IP model. So we can see over here we have 7 layers, and over here we have 4 layers. The top 3 layers and bottom 2 layers of the OSI model collapse into a single layer on the TCP/IP model. Your Cisco IOS is going to reference the OSI model because it's going to be more granular for troubleshooting. Again, point of reference. And then when we're kind of trying to explain why things are at particular layers, we're going to come over to the TCP/IP model. So here we have the layer names, and over here we have a description of those layers. Alright, so now what we do is we take all the hardware and software that's within our networks and we place them on the model. So I told you to start thinking of your networks in terms of NICs or your devices and point-to-point links. So here we have a router and it has 2 ports that are attached to 2 network interface cards. And then they're connected to 2 devices over here. So we said that your router is used to connect networks. Each router interface is a separate network. So over here we have 2 networks. Okay, so coming over to the models, here we have a network interface card. That's layer 2. Here we have the media. That's layer 1. Over here we have the router. Your router is layer 3. So your Cisco IOS, as I said, is going to reference this model. We're going to see some commands that are going to be used, kind of like an indication as to where problems might reside. And then if we know it resides at that specific layer, then we're going to know to check all of the hardware and software that's used within our networks at that layer to see if there's any problems. When we're trying to understand why things are at specific layers, then we're going to come over and reference the TCP/IP model. So over here we can see that the data link and physical layer, they're used for communication within networks. We can see that that's exactly what we're illustrating up here. And then your router is used to communicate to devices on other networks. And again, that's what we're seeing over here. So this makes total sense.